Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ashay Ghostbuster and today I'm doing a review for Frogun on the Xbox series of consoles. Now this was developed by Mulgato and it's published by Top Hat Studios Incorporated, who were kind enough to send me a copy for this video review, so big thank you to them for that. Now this game was released on the 2nd of the 8th, 2022, and it is a game that harks back to sort of old school eras. So it's a old school platformer that basically has a feel of a PS1, N64, Sega Saturn-esque time. You basically play as Renata, who's this girl who adventures around the world with her parents, who are world-renowned explorers, like archeologists and stuff like that. And they're basically going all over the world looking for sort of like secrets and things to bring home from their expeditions. They go with her and leave her in the base on their latest expedition, and they just don't return. So she waits a few days and she's like, no, I'm going out to find them. So she grabs her parents' latest invention, which is the Frogun, and she heads off to sort of find them. Now, the Frogun is a gun that's a frog, basically. Shoots a big tongue out, it sticks to things. You can grapple items, enemies, and then spit them back out, or you can use it to pull yourself across gaps and other things like that. And it works quite well. Like I say, that's the basic premise of the game. This is a old school platformer, as I've said. Smaller level design, so they're not like wide open worlds. It's very much a sort of smaller level based system, and you basically work your way through the levels collecting a variety of collectibles. There's coins and gems to collect, avoiding enemies or killing them, avoiding traps, light puzzle elements and stuff like that. The level design reminds me of like a primitive Toad game. Do you know that new Toad game that's recently been out on the Switch? Is it Captain Toad? Gives me a sort of vibe of that, the way the levels look. Obviously not exactly the same, but it gives you that sort of vibe. Now the game is all wrapped up in this old school aesthetic, and I love the look of it. Like I said, I think the graphical style looks great. Very sort of PS4, N64, and PS1 sort of era of games. But imagine if it looked like a PS1 N64 game, but it had a fresh coat of paint on it, so it's not, you don't get the super jaggedness of sort of the classic consoles. It's very much more smooth and stuff like that. Now the environments themselves are all very varied, and there is a lot of levels to work through, and they're not all super similar. You've got your caves, you've got your lava levels, you've got your sort of ruins, those sort of things. And you work through these levels, and as you progress through them, more and more mechanics are added into the game. There's a lot of them to keep it fresh. However, the general mechanic of the game is the same, sort of working through the levels, collecting the coins and stuff, and getting to the end within the time limit and also without dying. So there is reasons to go back and replay these levels to obviously complete them within the time limit, complete them without dying, find all the secrets, find all the items, those sort of things. You do die quite a lot in this game, which can be frustrating. Now, this is the worst bit about this game. The game itself, I did really enjoy it, and I thought it was really fun, but it has an awkward control scheme, especially with the gun, and at times it makes you just fall to your death. Now, you think you're going to make a jump and you miss, or it's just an awkward jump and you miss, and sometimes the gun doesn't aim where you want it to aim, but it pulls you across the gap anyway and you fall to your death. It's little frustrations like that, coupled with few and far between checkpoints in a level, can mean you end up getting sent quite far back to then have to redo it all again. It's not the end of the world, and it does make you sort of think about what you're going to do more and sort of plan your levels out. But overall, like I say, it is a difficult game, frustrating at times, and like I say, especially when you're trying to get sort of secrets and stuff like that, it can make it more frustrating than enjoyable. Now, this is mainly towards the sort of second half of the game. Like the later levels really ramp up the sort of difficulty and the precision you need to have on the sort of platforming sections and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed this game. Like I say, it plays really well and it looks fantastic. Like I say, I love the look of it. I love the sort of like cutscenes and stuff they do. I love that it's got like a photo mode and all things like that. I love the amount of variety in the level design. I love the sort of collecting the items and stuff like that. I love it even has a local multiplayer as well, which is great. I mean, it ticks all the right boxes. It just falls a little flat with the finicky control scheme, which causes death more than it should. Now, the game is playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. It does support smart delivery, so you get the best version depending on what console you're playing on. And it's optimized for Xbox Series X and S with HDR10, 4K resolution and 60 FPS plus, and it's priced at a very reasonable £12.49. So if you want an old school platformer, you want to feel like you're playing a game on, like I say, Sega Saturn, a PlayStation 1, a N64, you like that sort of blocky old school style to it, you like the sort of soundtrack and the general gameplay, I highly recommend this. However, it still plays like an old school game with all the warts and all, especially with the controls. So that is the big test to see whether you're going to enjoy this or not. But I really enjoyed it. Like I say, it does get frustrating at times, but when you work through it, you are going to find an enjoyable game. And like I say, it's probably best playing this in shorter bursts, doing a level or two at a time, so you don't get burnt out on the sort of repetition of the gameplay loop. But that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more videos. Bye for now.